To our lecture on motivational theories. A motive is a tendency to desire and seek out positive incentives or rewards and to avoid negative outcomes. Motivation is the need or desire that energizes and directs behavior. We are motivated to avoid adverse situations to seek more pleasant ones. We are motivated to study for positive feelings associated with success and to avoid the feelings associated with failure. We are motivated to avoid pain, to protect ourselves. We're motivated to eat, to avoid malnutrition or even starvation. Without motivation, we cannot engage in many activities that are sort of necessary for our health and survival. There's biologically based motives, and these are motives such as hunger, thirst. They're sort of rooted in primarily the body tissue that is, sort of needed and referred to as drives. The instinct theory. This is sort of an evolutionary perspective. It's genetically sort of predisposed behaviors. Instincts are this innate, fixed, unlearned pattern of behavior that occur in every normally functioning member of any sort of species under a set condition. According to William James, motives are in fact genetically determined instincts that have evolved in humans because they support survival and procreation. Instincts are impulses arising from within us that motivate our behavior. This theory gradually fell out of favor with psychologists as the list of instincts got longer, and it became impossible to sort of determine whether a specific instinct is truly inborn or acquired from learning. Darwin, his classification of many behaviors as instincts. Psychologists realized there was a basic flaw to instinct theory. Instincts did not explain behavior. They simply provided another way of labeling it. Today, psychologists do not totally discount the idea that there are inherent factors in human behavior, but the concept that genetic factors influence our behavior is very much still alive. The drive reduction theory. This responses to interpushes. The drive reduction theory is motivation originates when a psychological need creates sort of a need or a drive, so hunger, thirst, etc., that we are motivated to be satisfied. The need or drive is experienced as unpleasant, adverse condition. This internal need motivates us to act in a way that we reduce the aversion condition. The primary drives are biological needs. Secondary drives are learned behavior. Homeostasis is the tendency to maintain a balanced or constant internal state. It involves the regulation of any aspect of body chemistry. When we talk about incentives, this is any external environmental stimulus that can motivate behavior even when no external drive exists. As you can see in the flow on the slide, we have psychological needs. Unmet need creates a drive. That drive pushes us to reduce the need. And then again is the drive reduction theory. There are, however, some problems or holes, if you will, in the drive reduction theory. Sometimes stimuli in our environment can engage or motivate us to behave in a certain way in the absence of that external drive state. Many motivated behaviors do not decrease as they are expressed, and sometimes a motivated behavior seems to be, sort of self-inflicting. We want them to do more, right? Theory is really inadequate to explain the wide range of human and animal behaviors that we often observe. The arousal theory. This is right levels of stimulation, right? So motivation comes from the desire to maintain a certain level of arousal in order to be comfortable. Arousal refers to a state of emotional, intellectual, and physical activity. It seeks a balanced amount of tension and arousal, not just reduction. The optimum level of arousal is the level of arousal at which an individual's performance on a specific task is most efficient. There's the Yerkes-Dodson law, and this is the principle that the optimal level of arousal for peak performance will vary somewhat depending on sort of the nature of the task. The next is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this is basically a priority of some needs over the other. However, you need to hit the bottom level before you can reach the top. So at the bottom is basic psychological needs. Breathing, food, water, sex, sleep. These are things that we need first and foremost. The next is our level of safety, the security, employment, family, health. Then we move into love and belonging, friendships, families, sexual intimacies. The next is esteem. This is self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, respected by others. And then if you have all those, you reach the top, which is self-actualization. This is sort of your creativity, your problem solving, your lack of prejudice. You accept facts as they come to you. The need for achievement. This is our first cognitive theory of motivation. And this is sort of it means a complex motive to accomplish difficult goals, attain high standards, surpass the achievements of others, and increase self-regard by succeeding in exercising your talent. Um, and this is one of the sort of more interesting theories is cognitive expectancies. And this states that a learned expectancy of relationship between stimulus and between responses and their outcome. So almost similar to sort of, Pavlov's conditioning and operant conditioning, sort of in that general realm. There's the cognitive disorient theory, and this theory states that people experience psychological discomfort whenever two related cognitions or behaviors are in conflict. So when these cognitions are inconsistent, a negative motivational state results, which activates us to sort of resolve this, inconsistency. The self-determination theory. So according to the self-determination theory, humans need to feel sort of competent, skilled, in control of our own behavior, and able to sort of connect and relate to others. Whenever we are motivated, we're sort of motivated to engage in certain behaviors. We become self-motivated. And when we experienced a controlled motivation, we feel compelled to engage in that behavior. The power of incentives often really motivates us into action. Incentives can be either instringent or extringent in nature. I hope you've enjoyed this lecture.